So you're retired. What happens next? That's why you want to bring in the pros. Joining us now for Retirement Coffee Talk are George Fossing and Zach Jenkins. They are part of the team at Northstar Financial. Of course, they are a planning, a local firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. George and Zach are also popular radio show hosts. Always great to see you guys.
Hey, Marcus.
Yes, all festive for the 4th of July with the red, white, and blue on there. No more dapper team in the business than you guys.
Well, look at you. You need to join us then.
Well, you know, got the lion on.
I like the lion.
Because we all want to roar into our finances. We want to be financially fit.
Good segue.
Right?
You're ready for this.
So let's talk a little about this. We led into asking people like, you're retired, what happens now? But let's take a little trip back to say, you know, people that are on the cusp of retirement, what should be on that checklist? What are some of the things they need to know?
Well, it's funny. The first program we did with you all, we got a first call. She retired the day before. She had TV on for the first time in the morning, and you guys were on TV, and there I was. And she's been a client, her and her husband have been a client for many years now, so it's been great. But really, to answer your question, that was on her mind. She goes, we're retired, now what?
Yes.
What do we do with the money? What do we do with the 401k? How do we spend with confidence? What else do we need to know? It's all new. And they came in and we really took a lot of time spending with them going, this is really what you need to know and be aware of.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the big part of it is people have, when they're in the retirement, they have other, you know, lifestyle issues and things that they want to focus on. They have different things they want to spend money on, things they want to save money for.
Yeah, that bucket list is real. We really want to do this too. The problem people have, or difficulty people have, I should say, is how do you spend what you saved? Mm-hmm. Our clients come in and they've been saving their whole life and working because they didn't need the money. And now they're not working. They have Social Security, but they need more. They want to enjoy it. And that's a conundrum. Savers turning into spenders. So we have to show them how to do that. Setting up a plan, a spending plan, if you will, is so much fun. It's so much fun. And you want to maximize what you can spend. Don't live like a miser and not be able to enjoy it, right? And so showing people the financial tools that are available out there, we really enjoy that aspect of it.
And that tax planning of the savings that you can get over that time is tremendous.
If done correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a big deal. In fact, just a couple weeks ago, Travis and I, CPA in the office, helps out a lot with the tax planning recommendations for clients. The client, he called and he said, hey, this is something that's really important to me. And Travis was able to put together an analysis for him and his wife and was able to show them, if one of them were to live to be 90 years old, there was going to be about a $400,000 savings because of some of the recommendations that he was proposing.
That's not make-believe. That's for real.
That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so for folks, obviously we always have to plan for what's going to happen to all of us. The death of a loved one. How does that factor into that conversation to make sure that they're okay when that does happen?
Well, I've been doing this a long time, going on 28 years. And it's part of life, right? Mm-hmm. Part of the journey we have, and just being ready for that. You want to keep harmony in your home. And when we pass, you want to have things in order. That's why we have a team. And we work with Wade Kupchak, he's our attorney. Tax planning, of course, with Travis. I do long-term care planning as well. And really making sure that let's say the widow is left and she's there taking care of she's never handled finances. Social Security changes, also there's a cut in Social Security. How do you deal with this?
Right.
It's a little daunting and overwhelming. And you go to your children to help out. They're there to help, but they're not familiar with it. Plus, they're working and raising their kids. So really, we've had people come in, couples come in just because of that. So we just want to be ready for the future, and we want a team to be there in case something does happen. Something will happen inevitably, right? You just want to be prepared. And it's all about harmony.
Yeah, and when that happens, you're dealing with the finances, and then there's the emotional toil on top of that. You don't want to have to be thinking about all that. So that's why you want to set it up with a team like you guys.
Well,
to make sure
we would, yeah, you do. You really do. I just go back a number of years, probably about 10, 12 years ago, dear couple. He had retired. He was only a year and a half into retirement.
Wow.
Good news, he retired when he could. That was good. He didn't delay it. But anyway, he passed away a year and a half into retirement suddenly. And out of nowhere, she told, her name is Jean, and she said when she settled down, you were the second phone call I made.
Wow.
When that happened. She didn't know where to turn, she knew who to turn to.
Yeah.
And we took care of it for there. It was really pretty much, that responsibility is pretty awesome.
And that's why they want to use you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with us.
Thanks,
we
Sean.
appreciate it. And for you guys at home, if you're currently retired or getting close to retirement, we have some news for you. We want you to learn more about how you could potentially reduce your future taxes, and as well as to protect and grow your hard-earned savings and investments. Northstar Financial has a great offer for you right now. For the first 5 callers who have saved $500,000 or more, they're offering a complimentary, no-obligation investment portfolio and tax planning review. This will allow their team to schedule a phone call, video call, or future in-office meeting so they can speak with you personally and provide you with a roadmap going forward. The number to call, 864-309-8146. Again, write this down, 864-309-8146.